sparring, doing some other things. Do you feel like you've done enough to win the second time?
I've done enough and I will do more.
You'll do more. Do you think you can convince some of this pro-Puerto Rican crowd to make the trip to Ireland?
I think I might have some. I might have some to take the trip. Right, guys?
Congratulations, Amanda. Looking forward to May 20th, Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano, Part 2.
May 20th, it happens in Ireland. I wonder how much this fight maybe took out of Amanda Serrano. She's in her mid-30s after all. Chill. No? She'll be fine? Okay.
I think she'll be alright. I think this was definitely a good set up for her to be better in the next fight.
Well, meanwhile, Katie, fresh as a daisy, just waiting ringside. She'll begin her training camp.
Yo, what's good? What's good? It's Stormy B-Man, and I am back welcoming you to the post-fight show with Stormy B-Man for Serrano versus Cruz, the Undisputed Featherweight Championship broadcast this Saturday, February 4th, live on Dazn. The card just wrapped up. We have an undisputed featherweight champion of the world, and it is Amanda, the real deal, Serrano. Yeah, man, let me tell y'all something. Have I not been saying since the first of the year, this is now February, but the fight cards have been off the chain. Boxing is in a good place when fighters are competing at the highest levels and champions are unifying titles for Undisputed, and people are laying it on the line. The crowds are turning out for competitive matches. So do not allow them to continue to tell you what will and what won't sell when we get what we crave, when they feed the bear, and the bear be we, the audience that tune in, that pay for the tickets, that have cable subscriptions, that have app subscriptions and Fire Sticks and all of this. We will pay for what we want. Yeah. Salute everybody out there. Please smash the like button as you come into the building as we get ready to talk about the boxing that took place today, we had 2 undisputed fights on this card, and co-main and main event. Salute to Alicia Baumgardner for becoming the undisputed champion in her division. Was that super featherweight, huh? So let's just enjoy it for what it is, because it is a wonderful thing to see these fighters performing at the top of their abilities in this sport that we profess to love, that does not love us back. Yeah. Want to take a quick moment out to see who's in the building. We appreciate everybody that's come through. We got my man William Old School with the super chat just as the intro was playing. I appreciate you, William, one of my staunch supporters over here on the channel. He says, for the collection plate, Stormy B, man. I appreciate you, William. Big homie Coop out there saying peace and blessings, Sifu, Stormy B, man. Back smack the like button, people. Class is in session, so please pay attention. And salute to all the family in the chat. Yes, sir. Y'all must have forgot his back saying salute, Sensei. William says, salute, my brother. And y'all smash the like button, people, when entering the building. Peace. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sylvestrial's out there saying, let's go. Hashtag undisputed. Hashtag Serrano. Yeah, Shower Allah's out there with the Bruce Lee emojis saying that Stormy B, man. Salute, Sensei. Salute, chat. Hit the like button. Like Erica Cruz. Man, did Erica put on a performance? She didn't come to lay down at all. Not at all. Super salute to Erica Cruz, man. That's how you go out. If you're going to go out being a champion and losing your title, you go out like Miss Cruz went out. She truly showed the Mexican fighting spirit, huh? She sure enough did. And for those of you out there that thought that Amanda was just going to go out there and knock that woman out, as Mutombo says, not today. Not today. Huh? Teach says, I was disappointed in that last fight. Sorry to say, Sensei. And other fights were great, though. Salute. Now, you see, that's why he's called Learn, huh? I gave him a break earlier when I was, talking on my last stream. You notice I didn't refer to you as Learn, but see, you come right back today with the foolishness, and I got to put the tag right back on you because the jacket fits. Learn, huh? You come out here and everything you're saying sounds... Yeah, coming out here with that. You don't have an appreciation for the sport, and it naturally comes out just like you let it out, and it's time to say, huh? But that's okay, because there's a seat for you right in the back of the class. Got your name on it. Learn. Please sit here. Yeah. How about that? Huh? Thrill Hill in the building saying salute, Stormy B. Salute to you. Yeah. Who else we got? Look at him now. He's trying to come back. The Alicia fight was amazing. That was a great display. Whatever, man. Sit down somewhere. Huh? Sit down. And Young Hollywood is out there saying salute to Stormy. Great night. Yes, it was. Sweet Tea in the building saying not at all. Yahweh is in the building saying Sensei salute. Right back at you, brother. Shakers and Dice out there saying shout out to Stormy and the family. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Learn says he's definitely one of those students. That's why you get in the back, huh? You get in the back. You'll be joined by some people. Don't think you're going to be sitting back there by yourself, huh? Because there's always space for y'all, huh? Stormy done set out a special place for you. Yeah, You think I forgot? I ain't forgot nothing, man. Huh? Got the memory of an elephant. Yahweh is asking, who is the buffoon, Stormy? Hey, listen, Yahweh, close your eyes and throw a dart. Whoever screamed, then you know what you're listening to. B&B Boxing News is out there. Ain't seen you in a minute. What's going on? Theseus GQ in the building saying salute to the great Stormy. I'm not so great, brother. Not so great. Anthony Jones in the building saying Seafood Stormy B. Salute. Nobody laid down tonight. I'm proud of the losers as well as the winners. Can't win them all. There were no losers tonight. There were no losers. Boxing won. The fans won. The ladies won. Huh? Much praise. I got more content to produce based on what transpired tonight. I got about 3 or 4 things that I can produce out of what we saw this evening on this card. Yeah, that's what it's all about, huh? And it ain't about tearing down near one of those people, as y'all would say. I don't use that word very much. Near, huh? Yeah. And there's William. He says, Alicia was looking good tonight. Literally. We know. But this your night, William. You get a chance to, do your little dance and swing around in your Fruit of the Looms. But don't you swing around this way, huh? Because I hit you right in your throat, huh? Yeah, Shaw was laughing. Anthony Jones says, big facts. Yahweh says, break it down. I also missed this fights tonight. Oh, no, man. Say it ain't so. You missed the fights, bro. Say it ain't so. You missed the fights. Well, you know what? It's okay because they got something called replay. And I would suggest you go back and look at it because it's very, very appealing to see boxing fought at the level that these women fought at tonight. Very appealing. As I said, boxing won. Now look at, here come Learn now. He think he making up for extra credit. Well, I'll take your credits, huh? In the super chat form, huh? A $5 holler from Learn saying, Will Old School is itching to talk about Alicia, huh? But you jumped the gun, Learn, talking about how you didn't enjoy it, huh? You were disappointed, huh? Well, everybody look at Learn and be disappointed in him, huh? Because he came in here trying to pee all over what we enjoyed tonight, huh? Put your Johnson up and go into the restroom with that foolishness, huh? We don't need a soiled class out here because everybody enjoyed the fights. What are you talking about? Huh? What are you talking about? See? And we'll take your credits. Thank you very much. Huh? Yeah. What are you doing? Coming in here like that. Foolishness. See, some people, they just gotta walk outside with a pink suit on and some purple shoes. Huh? Knowing everybody gonna look at them. But they think they sharp. It ain't even Easter, bro. But you coming outside looking like a damn strobe light in the disco. What is that? Huh? Sit down somewhere. Knowing damn well you should have checked that full-length mirror. Didn't I say something a few months ago about owning a full-length mirror before you leave out the house? Huh? And you come outside and you didn't check the mirror first, huh? How many people done got their car door ripped off by not checking that side view mirror, huh? Before they open it up and somebody coming down the street, wham, and tear the door off the car. And here you are cussing. I can't believe he just tore the door off my car. The mirror was right there. That's what it's for. And look at him now. Oh, he cried. Oh, I'm being picked on tonight. Huh? It was you that stepped out on stage, huh? With that pink suit on. Knowing damn well there's lights on the stage and everybody sitting in the audience gonna see whoever walk on the stage, and here you come. Huh? I'm being picked on. You came out there with that foolishness. We were having a good greeting. Welcoming everybody into the building, and you put a big ass smiley face with a frown. I was disappointed in that last fight, sorry to say, Sensei. The other fights were great though, salute. Whomever's feeding, learn tomorrow, give him porridge. Don't give him no meat. Don't give him no potatoes. Give him porridge, huh? Quaker makes good porridge. Yeah. You ought to know you're going to get it coming in here like that. Everybody coming in here on a high note, man. See? But that's okay. We'll move on. We'll keep it moving. Young world out there. Young world, I meant what I said about them grooves, man. Huh? How you gonna share a thing with the OG and know you got another OG right here in the shot, and we just a few miles from each other? Huh? I feel like you prejudiced or something, huh? Yeah. Shower says, hit that like button like Erica Cruz. I read that earlier, but I had to say it again. I like that comment. But no, listen, let's get back to the fight, man. The two ladies in the main event was fighting. They were fighting above what the expectation was. They were really blood and guts out there, literally. And the head gash that was right up above her hairline for Cruz, it was in a bad spot that always bleeds very badly. It does. There's something about the blood that comes out of your head up there and it runs down in your face, and you really literally can't stop it. You got to go to the hospital and get stitches right away or whatever, because it's just going to keep bleeding. But Serrano made it a tougher fight than it needed to be, because she's the real deal, and she felt like she was going to stand in the eye and give as good as she got and overwhelm Erica. But what she didn't anticipate on was what boiled beneath the surface of Erica's competitive nature. That woman is a fighter at heart, and she found her way to land on Serrano. Even though Serrano won this fight unanimously, I had several rounds for Cruz and could have had more, but Serrano began to do some things that she was supposed to do early in the fight. Once she decided to step out to mid-range and give angles and to start using her lateral movement, because she does have good footwork and Cruz does not, the separation in ability was apparent. But early on, she made a fight of it, a war of it actually, and kept Miss Cruz in the fight. And that little movement that Cruz was doing where she would bend over and fire combinations to the body and to the head where everything was landing. Imagine if she was a puncher like Amanda was, because she's not noted for knockouts. She only has 3 knockouts. And that was amazing because she was tagging Amanda very well. And I kept saying that why won't Amanda go at a distance and give her angles and make her try to find her, pick her apart? She would have got a stoppage had she done those things early on. Let's just put that out there for the record. Because when she hurt Cruz in that one round, it was from distance, from range. Because you can't see that southpaw punch when it's coming in combinations like that. And it made for an interesting circumstance. But, you know, even though what I suggested would be best, the way she fought made for the entertainment that we got tonight. And that was amazing. I really enjoyed it. I'm not angry at anybody. I'm not even fussing or criticizing. I'm just speaking on it and breaking it down of what really transpired. But Miss Cruz has nothing to hang her head. She fought, man. That might have been her best performance, or right up there next to her last best or previous best performance, because I've seen a few of her fights and she's Action Jackson just like that all the time. And you could not read much about her expression on her face because she's kind of poker face. You can't really tell what her thoughts were and everything. But once the fight started going, oh my goodness, she was all in 100%. King Styles Productions is out there saying salute Stormy B Man, salute to you and chat. Here we go with Larry said, okay, last fight was a banger. I'm allowed to change my opinion. You gonna get that extra credit yet, aren't you there, Larry? He says the card should have been closer. I'm okay with the UD. Sweet T says exactly what I thought. You know, Main Biker 1 says, damn, my sleepy ass just woke up. I missed all the fights. Dude, you missed. Go back to sleep, Main Biker 1. Take your butt back to sleep, man. Shame on you. Sean was cracking up laughing. Listen, we saw good stuff tonight. We saw some good fights tonight. Now, let's go to the co-main for a moment. Alicia Baumgardner. Alicia Baumgardner against Ellen McCallett. I have a hard time saying her name. McCallett. What a fight that was between those two women. Now, we saw in that fight two different types of warrior spirits. First of all, Alicia Baumgardner, when she decides to sit down on her punches, man, she truly is the bomb. That woman can punch. She can crack, y'all. And when she hit Michaela with that shot that wobbled her, that ended up leading to the knockdown that she suffered. Listen, that woman looked like she had got hit by a man, and she had a look on her face like she had never experienced that before. And I'll tell you, kudos to her for coming back from that, because she was hurt. But she had that warrior spirit. And I talked about that, pardon me while I'm loosening my belt. Kudos to her for coming back, because in my video, that breakdown of them talking, that's what I said. I talked about the intangibles. And she showed it tonight. It came from a place that even Alicia didn't realize. Because once Alicia got a little winded after trying to work hard to get her up out of there, she was like having to be cautious, because, you know, Michaela was coming on, and she was throwing fire, but she wasn't accurate with her punches. That's another thing that I would like to give Alicia Baumgartner credit for. Her performance tonight was 10 times better than her performance against Michaela Mayer. She was accurate with her punches. She had a stiff jab. My goodness, when she opened that fight up this evening, her jab was popping. She looked like Pinklin Thomas with that jab in there, because Pinklin would throw his jab from the waist like she does. My only critique was that I don't like her keeping her hands so low, because what I noticed right off the top was that Michaela was trying to come over the top of that jab with her right hand, and she hit Alicia with it a couple of times, but not flush. She caught her where it made contact, but Alicia was able to move out of the range of the shots and take something off of them. But she's got to clean that up. She's got to clean that up. Now, I know that she's comfortable, you know, with that type of thing, fighting with her hands low and everything. But I've seen so many fighters catch it eventually from having their hands low. And the women will be no different, because there are people watching out here. They're watching any flaws or mistakes that you make or whatever. And the natural athleticism that she had troubled Elam also. Alicia's footwork was something that she could not keep up with. That's just one of those things that off the table, you have to give credit to the person who has those natural gifts. But Elam fought her ass off. She came back from the edge. She was nearly stopped, but she fought back. She went back to her corner after that round, and she looked worse for wear. But she came back, and she really, I mean, that third round, that was a 10-7 round that she came back from. She was on the canvas twice in that third round. And Baumgartner looked like she was really ready to finish her off. And much respect to these ladies. Man, are the guys upset yet? Are they embarrassed yet that the women have surged to the forefront in boxing to perform at such a high level here? Have they figured this out? This is the way you're supposed to do it. Even young Ramla Ali on the undercard, on the before the bell prelims. She won her first professional belt tonight and had an opponent in there that was offering up a great deal of resistance. And Ramla had to pull that fight out. These women deserve the accolades. They deserve the coverage. And I'm going to do my part. Deservingly. It was great to see the other fighters out there. Clarissa Shields was out there. Katie Taylor was out there. Michaela Mayer was out there. The sisterhood. They coming in supporting one another. This is great. It's happening right now for them the way it happened for us in the 40s, the 50s. The way boxing was around the days of Robinson and Lewis and those guys. Yeah. Going back to the chat for a moment. See, we had a couple more bodies come into the building. Out of nowhere. Just started bleeding. Dank Father is out there. I see you. Sylvester is saying she's improving under Harrison as a trainer. She's doing very well under Harrison right now. Very well. I think that you know what's interesting? They probably won't tell you, and maybe they will. But I think they listen to some of the critical reviews and things like when we do these videos and post-fight shows and stuff. They go back and listen to that stuff because the critique on Alicia in her fight with Mayer was neither lady stepped it up to be decisive in who's going to pull the fight out. Well, tonight, Alicia left no stone unturned. She fought very well to impose herself on it. You know what I mean? And she did that in a manner that really showed that she wanted the undisputed title. Salute to our brother Blue Blood Sports TV out there in the super chat. We appreciate you, Blue. He says, blessings to my brother Stormy B-Man. I appreciate you. Hey, I appreciate you as well, Blue Blood. Since you out there in the chat, Blue Blood, I wanted you to know that my video I got coming Monday morning, I credit it to you about Devin Haney remaining at 135. You talked about that. You dropped that information. I think you were the first one to do that. And it gave me something to think about. And I did a video that's going to release Monday morning on that about Devin Haney remaining at 135. So salute to you as well, brother. And thank you again for your super chat and your support. Yeah. But these women, Alicia Baumgardner, she paid attention to what her setbacks were from the Michaela Mayer fight. And she made certain that she was on top of things in this fight. Some people were concerned that, about her stamina or whatever. But you have to understand that when you're punching with the power that she punches with, meaning that she was putting something on it, she's going to have moments in the fight where she has to allow her strength to come back and everything, because it's a real exertion. You don't see women knocking women down like you saw her put Ellen on the floor tonight. She put her on the floor like she was Tommy Hearns or somebody. That means you're punching with some serious power. Amanda Serrano does that as well to certain opponents, you know. So Alicia was on top of her game tonight. Some of her counter punches were fierce. And like I said, she opened the fight with a really good jab. I loved it. I think the first punch she threw was a snapping jab that was hard and fierce, that sent a message like, boom, here we go. It's on and popping. And that's exactly what that jab was. It was on and popping. Yeah. Let's see who else we got. Sylvester says, females fighting each other unlike the males. This ish is upside down. Well, you know what? Thank God they're doing it, because I'm enjoying the hell out of it, and I'm going to watch them, and I'm going to make videos and talk about them and try to get them on my live streams and everything. Forget those dudes that don't want to fight. Forget them. Forget them. They walk around like the world owes them something, and they're not even accomplishing anything. You got guys that are prospects and just become contenders, thinking that we should be bowing down to them. And they ain't even accomplished anything yet. Haven't even fought the type of opposition that can tell us, are they for real or for play? That's why the word pretender is right alongside contender, because when you actually get out there and perform, we could tell the difference. All is required is for you to get your butt in the ring against somebody. Dankfather says it was beautiful. Yahweh says they support each other. Yeah, they do. He says shame on the men. Yeah, man. Mac of the South out there saying salute to the Grandmaster Stormy B, man. Salute to you. Learn is saying Eddie Hearn deserves credit for these good female cards. I don't know if he deserves the credit as much as the women who have decided to take the matches, because that remember, people have to agree to fight each other. And I love the announcement this evening after this unification for Undisputed took place, that they're saying like now in May that Katie and Amanda are going to fight a second fight in Ireland. 2 undisputed fighters facing each other in a rematch. That's great. This ain't 2 years later. This ain't 3 years later. They're going to do it a year later. Great stuff. Nobody's got to go to court and put an injunction in and block people who are saying, I want my shot, or trying to avoid and signing contracts with different networks and running away and all of that damn drama. What the hell is wrong with these men? It's freaking ridiculous. They can get it done, but these guys can't do it. Long Star Steph in the building. What's up? He says, what it do, Stormy B, man? Be well. Some destruction displayed by the women this evening. God be with you. And God be with you as well, brother. Appreciate that. He says, hit the like button, tell a friend, share some kin. Yeah. Shadow 979 in the building saying salute. DOG G215 says, and with that uppercut called the slip. Yeah, Alicia, I ruled that a knockdown. That was in the 10th and final round. That was a knockdown, bro. Cause when she got hit, Ellen had that look on her face, like, oh, you know, it wasn't no slip. The referee blew that one, but it's okay. It was the last round, and you know, I still gave on my scorecard. I gave Alicia the knockdown, so she put that woman on the canvas 3 times. Yeah. Peter Von Arx is out there saying, if they have called that fight after 4 rounds, Cruz would have won the fight, in my opinion. Peter, if they had called the fight after 1 round, Cruz would have won, because I gave her the first round, bro. I gave her the first round. But the fight didn't end after 4 rounds, did it, Peter? Sometimes people just want to wave their hand and say, hey, here I am. But boy, I tell you guys are something else, man. Something else. Sylvester says, 100, we need to move on and forget about them slaughter fighters. They think they are Floyd Mayweather Jr. or Pacquiao. Shaking my head. Yeah. Lone Star Steph is saluting. Jeff, the producer, in the building. What's good with you, Jeff? He says, facts. William says the ladies are definitely showing the men how to do it. The ladies have taken the front seat, man. They really have. They've taken the seat away from the guys. Matter of fact, I think the ladies are standing up and the guys are sitting on the pot when they go to the bathroom, doing the number 1 or the number 2. Yeah, I said it. Macadus Mac of the South says, cook, big bro, cook. You know I got the grill in full effect. Peter says, I'm an Erica Cruz fan from now on. Listen, man, you better pay much closer attention to the women of boxing because they are getting it done. I've been covering the women more since 2021, and I'm glad that I had invested in that because last year, 2022, I stepped my game up in covering these women, and I've become more aware of them. I even have my own woman's pound for pound list, which is going to change now after this card this evening. And there's just something to be said about people who are rolling their sleeves up and getting the work done. Why should we put our efforts behind people who have no interest in doing anything but robbing you? robbing you. It's like, didn't you hear Floyd Mayweather say after one of those releases for the what do you call it, the exhibition he's gonna fight? I guess I'll go steal some more money. Why would people want to tune into him? Why? And people are, but he won't get my dime. I Served 88 is out there saying, who won? Get to the back of the class and you can see the board more clearly. Yeah, Sylvester, straight back to it without any drama whatsoever. C99 in the building saying, straight facts. Yes, sir. Yahweh says the females even look happy to fight each other, Stormy. Shaking my head. Absolutely. They are there. They are promoting each other. They're getting in the ring and stuff. It's like these dudes, you can't even get them in the same venue. And then when you say something about them of a critical nature, you're a hater. You're a hater. Lone Star Steph says, I'm still warming up to the ladies. However, the top women are damn good. And again, great stuff this evening. Both co-main and main winners had to dig deep. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Main Biker 1 says the male fighters are more diva than the female fighters. Yeah, because they running around here in capri pants, painted fingernails, and man purses and all of that kind of stuff, dyeing their hair all these different colors and, doing all this stuff, arching their eyebrows. Where they might. Sorry about that. They interrupted me again, family. Yeah. They interrupted me again, so that wasn't my fault. That's external. But as I was saying, no, nobody quit. They put their wares on. They performed. They performed at a high level. And that's all you could ask for. Yeah. And you guys know what they're doing, but just know that I know how to get myself back together. It might take a little bit, a few minutes or whatever. And we done dropped off about 10 people because of that. You see, this is what happens. And that's what they do that for. That's to affect my revenue, people. That's to affect, because people come in to listen to my post-fight show now. They see the numbers. But loyal people are going to be loyal. Just know that I don't stop. I know exactly what to do and know how to get going. Learn is saying that the men could definitely learn a lesson from this. Agreed, Sensei. Yeah, they could. Detroit BC in the building. He's saying, Stormy B Man, what's good with you, Detroit? Peter saying, just thinking about the headbutt and how they stop fights after 4 rounds, Stormy. Listen, man, when it came down to that particular headbutt, I think it was because they realized it's up in the hairline. It's going to bleed badly, but it's not going to stop them from fighting. If it was impairing her vision or something like that, and the blood was running down her face, but it can't be helped. She wanted to fight. And it's not like it was a cut that's going to keep opening up and opening up. If it's over the eyelid or on the eyelid or something like that, that's, you know, that's different. You know? Yahweh says, I've been way more entertained with these females. Warriors. Yep. Lone Star says, oh yeah, the women's supportive nature is contagious. The top fighters all support one another on display. Plus, the fighting is hands down great stuff. Well, what I am really amazed at is the jump in the quality of the performance of the women fighters of today. They have really honed their craft and got better technically and everything. Back when Christy Martin was fighting and was getting promoted, women were very crude with it. And then you still had good fighters like Ann Wolfe, but not enough to make the difference in the sport that's being made today. There's a few Ann Wolves today, whereas back then it was just her and maybe one other or something like that. Totally different. Healer says, I might stop talking men's boxing and just focus on women. You don't have to stop talking men's boxing, Healer. And salute to you, brother. That's my brother, Healer, the teacher. What you do is you focus on the fighters who are fighting and also promote the women, because the women deserve that. They are earning that, bro. I did a video on Ramla Ali last year, roughly around this time. And I called the video Beautiful Boxer. It's on my page. You can go and find it. Great video talking about this young fighter. I'm going to do one on Caroline Dubois, who's coming up. She's going to be the next Clarissa Shields. She's far better than her brother. But see, this is what we're saying. If you know where to look for your fruits and vegetables, you go to that space and you acquire what you need. Why are you sifting through the rotted meat and the rotted goods that don't edify you? They don't do anything. That's the whole point. And I'm trying to stress that. I've been saying it since I started my channel. But I don't have the influence like a lot of other people do. But folks with sensibility come here and they realize, you know, Stormy make a great point, and they say, okay, and then they taste my tea and they realize, oh, this is good. Go back to my page and look what I've put up. I've got this week. Let me see. I'm going to pull it up here on my other screen. Earlier this week, I put a video up on Serrano versus Cruz. That was 3-4 days ago. Then yesterday morning, I put a video up on Baumgardner and Ellen. Now, my Baumgardner video yesterday got 77 views. My Serrano and Cruz video from 4 days ago got 38 views. Where y'all at? Where y'all at? I put the content out there talking about the fights before the fights happen, not after. Because, you know, we had great entertainment tonight, so people are going to talk about it. They're going to be out there tomorrow. You're going to hear, oh, what a great fight between these ladies. They really put on a show, this and that. I was talking about it before it even happened. In the meantime, somebody made another Earl Spence video. Bud Crawford video. Talking about Adrian Broner. Ryan Garcia. fucking factors. Anybody know when Earl Spence gonna fight again? Is AB gonna really make it to the ring? Or is he gonna go to the place with bars? Is Ryan Garcia gonna really fight? But you can keep on making these damn videos on these guys, and I'm gonna talk boxing about people who deserve it. Regis Prograis just won the WBC title and became a 2-time champion. And people are running away from him like they were running away from Devin Haney. But Regis earned the right to have a chance to make money and defend a title and place himself in history because that's what he wants to do. He had to wait a hellified long time to even get the fight with Zepeda, where he ended up winning and becoming the 2-time champion. And he performed damn good. Now you got people that said his name and now they're running away. Teofimo, Ramirez. Where the fuck are you guys? You got a network that gets behind you and all you do is bullshit the people with social media. And you got these damn women out here that get in there where somebody say, you want to fight so-and-so? Where do I sign? And they deserve to be talked about. People like that. And some of you all, Blue Blood was just in here a little bit ago. Some of y'all get mad at Blue Blood because these men fighter are moving funny. Blue Blood goes and reports something. He gets the news straight from the source or whatever. He reports on it, and then somebody is acting wishy-washy. And y'all coming at him like he did something wrong. And instead of looking under the skirts of them people you think you supporting and finding out that it ain't no jewels hanging down there. It's tampons. Who's training Anthony Joshua? Why is it such a damn secret? Isn't that what women do? Hold the secrets and everything and shh, don't tell and this and that. It's like Anthony Joshua, you're in a men's sport. Gladiators, warriors. You should be primed for battle and ready to go. You don't want nobody to know. You should have stuck your butt over there with Robert Garcia. You picked him. He didn't fight and lose. You fought and lost. You stupid fool. Drama with all you guys. It takes several camps to be with a trainer, if you're new with them, to learn how you guys can vibe and communicate. You can't vibe off of a damn conversation. Because if anything, if you're trying to do it that way, AJ, what that means is that you want somebody to kiss your behind when they should be kicking you in your behind. You big dummy. You were the one that lost your opportunity. You were the one that lost the damn belts. You were the one that wouldn't step up to the plate when the opportunity was there for generational wealth for you many times over and your family. It was your fault. Nobody else. And the rest of you guys out here are doing the same thing. And these women tonight put on the type of show that shows exactly why they should be supported. Salute to Shower out there in that Cash App. I appreciate you, sister. Thank you so much for that donation. Thank you so much. C99 says, I am officially a fan of women's boxing. These dude boxers need to man up. They need to get the hell out of our sport. That's what they need to do. And take their fucking man purses with them. Trick Noty in the building saying, Stormy B man, salute to you. Appreciate you, Trick. How you doing, brother? Planet 619 out there saying, much respect for these women who clearly want to test themselves against the best of their peers. It's damn refreshing, and they've allowed fans to gravitate to them. No WNBA like nonsense. Absolutely. Great comment, Planet 619. Detroit BC says, Stormy B man, preach. You know it's me, man. And I don't dwell forever. I say what I have to say and then I move it along. Lone Star Steph says, let's go, fam. Smash the like button. Yes, sir. Smash the likes. Let's get 100 likes up in here. It says almost 300 people views. Why we can't get them likes up to 100? But y'all can sit up and listen to me though. Straight Convo says, salute Stormy, salute to you. Trick Noty says, the women have been holding it down. They are holding this sport up, in my opinion. It's time to start moving some of these men out of the pound for pound and add the women. Listen. Trick Noty, I know you work funny hours and everything, but at the end of the year, when I did my Fighter of the Year show, Clarissa Shields was my Fighter of the Year. A lot of people had Devin Haney. And Devin Haney is a tremendous fighter to honor for his accomplishments. But Devin Haney just became undisputed champion this past year after taking on George Kambosos twice in his home country. Clarissa Shields became undisputed champion for the third time and twice in one division. In less fights. How about that? How about that? Sorry about that, family. They doing it to me again. They doing it to me again. But hey, as I was saying about Clarissa, no one else Yeah, no one else has accomplished what she's accomplished. And that is what I'm talking about. That's what's important. But I'm bigging up Clarissa Shields because that's what she deserves. And as I told you guys, I talk about what needs to be talked about. Huh? That's all. See how those people just fall off? Those are not real supporters. Those are not real supporters. Those are people who are just here just because. Maybe to stem some content or whatever, or even to get something about me to talk about or whatever, you know. But it's not support. It's not support. Because if it was support, then I would have over 100 likes right now. Over 100. And I said this before that information, before the interruptions, and where were they? You say my screen is flickering, Yahweh? It's not flickering on my playback because I got my tablet right here next to me and it's not flickering on there. You might want to refresh your page or something. Because I refreshed mine from my live. Yeah. But that's what these folks do. Yeah. Yeah, see, I've learned what to do when that happens. Like I said, anybody that's on my page, they know that I can do something about it, but it just takes a minute or so. Usually about 2 minutes tops. Hey, it's a shame that you have to do those kind of things. You know, it's a shame. We out here, we just trying to, you know, cover the sport and give good content. But this is what I run into. You know what I mean? It's what I run into out here. Edgar Chavez, what's good? Emmanuel Gutierrez, what's good? KQKC Boxing Network, what's good with you, brother? He says, have a good night, Stormy. Always grinding at KQKC. You as well, brother, and thank you so much for, you know, your support as well, KQ. Great call tonight, as always. You're doing your thing. I'm doing my thing. Chi-Town got it on lockdown on Saturday nights, the nights of the fights. You better believe it. You better believe it. And while we at it, let's hear from our brother, Focus Ball.
Get ready to take your striking game to the next level with the Focus Ball. Dramatically improved footwork, timing, head movement, hand-eye coordination, reflex, and overall fight IQ. It's lightweight and extremely portable, so you can train every time, everywhere. When you don't have a coach to do mitt work, get a Focus Ball. When you don't have a heavy bag to hit, get a Focus Ball. When you don't have a sparring partner, get yourself a Focus Ball. And when you just want to have fun punching and kicking, get a Focus Ball. When you train with the Focus Ball, you train your eyes and your brain to read punches so that you can hit and not get hit. Making this very simple device a must-have for all combat sports athletes and enthusiasts alike. So if you want to take your striking game to the next level, don't wait. Get the Focus Ball now.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Lone Star Steph, you know what's bomb? Getting you some of that Stormy B-Man merchandise. That's what's bomb. Those new Sensei caps, the Stormy B-Man polo, as well as the Stormy B-Man Sensei bomber. You know what I mean? I'll be modeling some of that stuff for you very soon, so you'll see me with the gear on. But that's what's bomb. Go out there and show some real support, man. High quality stuff. This ain't nothing that you get at Guy's Groovy Grab Bag, huh? Or at the flea market, huh? It's the real deal. Most of what I do is quality, Lone Star Steph. It's just that people don't want to support, but they come around, huh? What you go sniffing around here for? I should release some fart-like gases to get your noses impaired, sniffing around here, huh? Give you something to really sniff. I just gave an example about my 2 videos I released earlier in the week talking about these ladies fighting tonight. The fight card turned out to be excellent, but the views on the video is very low. Very low. You know? But that's, you know, the 300 people that came to listen to my post-fight show, where was y'all at? Showing support for my video my content, you know? Where were you at for that? There are people who will listen to this live of some of the stuff that I've talked about and take that and go make content. Won't even say shout out to Stormy B, man, but they'll take stuff, twist the words and everything, and make it seem like that's what they do. And I'm nobody. You see all these clones of Kevin Samuels out here literally taking that man's content and putting it on their own channels and making content off of his content. I hope once the YouTube laws kick in that they'll all be shut down for that shit. And that money will go to his daughter like it's supposed to. KQKC says, I need that, Stormy, for the summer, for my bald head and my father head. Hey, KQ, the Sensei caps are good. I got the Stormy B-Man caps and I got the Sensei caps. The Sensei caps got the emblem on it. The Sensei is 2 swords crossed with boxing gloves in the middle and the word the Sensei across the center. And then the Stormy B-Man caps, they just say Stormy B-Man. And if you go to the page where it is, they come in different colors. You can select which color you like. It's good stuff, man. Good stuff. See, I don't just I make quality stuff, and you know it's there. And I'll tell you, if I'm on live and you guys purchase it, your name will pop up on the screen. No one has purchased anything except for Drew Titan while I was on live. It'll pop up on the screen while I'm on live. So if somebody decided they wanted to go and buy a Stormy B-Man baseball cap or a t-shirt or a hoodie or the bomber jacket or the Sensei cap or polo shirt, it'll pop up on the screen right now. So-and-so purchase merchandise. KQ says, I gotta have black, but I take the boxing gloves. I don't want your name. Man. That's prejudice. Y'all could wear Nike, but you can't wear Stormy. Ain't that something? Come on, man. Being prejudiced for another brother. Look at it. Lastly, let me talk about this dude, Richardson Hutchins. Taking on John Barza. Now, Richardson got out there. First of all, like I said in KQ's chat, the guy must have a thing against barbershops, clippers, because them mule titties and dumplings that he had on the top of his head, he need to shave that stuff off, He don't need a finger wave. He don't need a process. He don't need a perm. That dude need a haircut, okay? And because he got that stuff sitting up there like that, it's probably going to take somebody's lawnmower to go over the top of that terrain, What is he doing with that? It's like people got cut as he was coming down the aisle, It's one thing to have a lot of hair, but it's another thing to not comb your hair, bro. It's another, you know, I don't have hair anymore. It's all low, but I keep my hair, you know, but it's like when I had some hair, I had it shape up and, you know, lined and everything because, hey, BD shots on the back of your neck and everything, that ain't good. That don't look good. Who told him that's okay? Now, I know we were going to talk about his fight, but the fight wasn't much to talk about. He beat that guy up for 10 rounds, and that was that. He couldn't stop him because there are things he needs to learn how to do in there, and he ain't learned them yet. I don't care what Shakur advised him to do. There's things that Shakur need to do that he ain't doing yet that'll make him a complete fighter. And I'm still waiting on that. KQ, my link for the merchandise is in the description box, bro. The link is right down there in the description box. Can someone take the link from the description box and put it in the chat for me while we still live? So KQ can just click on it real quick. He don't have to go looking for it. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. King Beef is laughing. Shaw was laughing. Yeah, the dude got buckshots. If he sleep like that on somebody's pillowcases, when you wake up in the morning, it's going to look like Wolverine doesn't woke up and had a bad dream on your pillowcase. Huh? All shredded up. Huh? The boy hair look like steel wool. Steel wool. You know, in the 70s, brothers wore fros and stuff, right? You only saw dudes with bad looking fros like that when they was just bum, you know? But people would get their hair picked out and, you know, they call it plait. You get your hair plaited, then you comb it out and you have a nice little fro. Go to the barber and they shape it for you. What the hell was that? Thank you, Shower. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, DOG G215, he should have got him out of there. But you know what? He was content with looking good because he would land certain shots and he was happy with that. See, this tells you the personality of the individual without knowing anything about the individual. It's how the fighters go to work in there. Did you see Alicia Baumgardner, how she worked? She worked her opponent over. I have a little more stronger critique for Amanda Serrano because Amanda chose to make that fight tougher than it had to be. But with the agility, dexterity, and flexibility that she had options with footwork. She didn't have to fight the kind of fight that she fought for 7-8 rounds with Erica Cruz. She could have made that a much easier victory for herself. Now, we were pleased by the action that we got, but she could have did something. Yeah, Shower, he looked like he wanted the ref to stop the fight. And the ref is like, you know what? Keep it moving. No, DOG G215, because if he was on the receiving end of getting his butt whooped, the ref would step in. That's what they do. They're biased. They're prejudiced. They're bigoted. I talk about it all the time. I tell you one thing, Dank Father, she looked like a damn warrior to me tonight. She was in there battling, bro. She told Amanda Serrano, I ain't giving in to nothing. That woman fought tonight. She truly did. And I guarantee you Serrano gonna wake up tomorrow and the next day with some lumps and bumps. Cause she got hit a lot tonight. A lot. And she gonna need a good rest before she get in there with Katie, because coming off of a fight like that, you need a rest. You need a break. The woman may have only had 3 knockouts, but them blows was going upside Serrano's head. Lone Star Steph says, Gary Antoine, I'd have Regis 1, Gary 2, and waiting on Devin Haney to take that number 1 spot when he moves up. Another 14 to 16 months. Still want to see Gary get a belt first, but that's how it looks at Dank Father. Listen, Devin ain't going nowhere right now. For 2023, he gonna be right there, and they gonna either have to see him or sit down. It's a lot of guys that don't want to fight Devin, man. It's a lot of guys. Some of your favorite names, too. Some of them are your favorite fighters' names. Yeah, Hitchens couldn't stop that guy because he couldn't stop by the barbershop first. That's why, huh? And I tell you something, man. I had a buddy always to say, the guy with the bad haircut gonna lose the fight. Now, he didn't lose the fight, but he was hard to look at coming in there looking like that, man. Looking like he had somebody's fern on the top. I'm so sick of this foolishness, man. This is freaking ridiculous. Freaking ridiculous. Would they do that to me twice tonight? So I tell you what, guys, I'm going to get ready to wrap this up because I'm just a little bit tired of them interrupting my stream. You know, plus it's getting late. It's almost midnight, a little after, half hour after midnight. But we still didn't get my likes up to 100. and I'm very disappointed and a little bit pissed off of that because I had almost 400 people in here, but you guys couldn't give me 100 likes. 100 likes is a bare minimum type situation. So to those of you that didn't hit the like button, to hell with you. You can go to hell. That's what Stormybman says. For those of you that didn't hit the like button, go to hell. What the hell you sniffing around my channel for? You're not a supporter. And I don't like you. I don't like you. Coming around here pretending, soaking up my energy. No, thank Father. I wish you didn't retract that message because 704 Joe, you deleted his message. That message should have stayed up there. It should have stayed up there because that's exactly what they do. Don't come in here deleting stuff when it's supposed to remain up. That's just too trigger happy. Trigger happy motherfuckers shoot their own people. So chill out. When it's time to shoot people you should be shooting, you're slow to draw. I end up having to do it my damn self. Anyway, great fight night. Salute to the undisputed champions, Alicia Baumgardner and Amanda Serrano. And I hope that 2023 continues to be a prosperous year for you ladies doing what you're doing. You're doing the damn thing. And don't let nobody tell you anything different. Okay, 704 Joe. That's cool. But let me say, shout out to the mighty LDBC. And thank you all who are my true supporters that remain through the show, even through the difficulties that they imposed on me this evening. But it ain't going to stop me. I'll be back. The call-in show is tomorrow. Peace to you guys, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.